How's it going, everybody? It's Kamdorian. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple weeks, haven't been able to make any videos. I actually had to get stitches on my hand, had a real deep cut, haven't been able to ride either, so it's been a bummer. But I am back now, healed up, ready to go. Today's video, I'm going to be replacing these ginormous turn signals in the front. They're pretty, these are the stock turn signals. They're kind of bulky, got that white plastic look. I don't really like that. And I'm going to be replacing it with these. These are super low profile LED turn signals. They're going to be much smaller, sharper, and they should be brighter too because they're LEDs. So we're going to get rid of the current ones and install these. Should be pretty easy. I'll go over the tools that you'll need and then step-by-step process. I also want to just take a moment to thank everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far. Appreciate all the support. Please continue to keep subscribing, like the videos, leave some comments below, and let's get into it. Alright, so the tools you're going to need are a screwdriver, a drill, and some kind of drill bit to drill out some of the plastic that is in the housing for the current turn signal. I'm going to hopefully use posi taps. I'm not sure if these are going to work, but we're going to try it with this first. And obviously your lights. So I got these from Ryder's Biker Supply. They're 30 bucks. They're pretty good quality, I think. They're called Tanto LED turn signals, made by Bike Master. You can get them online. So they do have those connection points already for the lights, but I'm not really sure if I can just quickly or easily plug those into the current LEDs. So once I take the current ones apart, we will see what's under there and what we can use. So the first step is obviously going to your bike and unscrewing this screw to get the current turn signals off. Everything I do on the left side is the same thing I'm going to do on the right side. So get your screwdriver and remove that screw. And this is just a Phillips head. And this should just come out now. Yep. So now you have the wiring going into the light here. So I'm actually going to open this up entirely. So there's another screw right in there, a much smaller one, if you can see it. I'm going to remove that as well so we can get this plastic casing off and see what the wiring looks like underneath. Hopefully we can just connect that wiring right into the new ones. Okay, so like I said, first step, I'm gonna put a Phillips screwdriver in there, get that little screw out. See what kind of wiring we have underneath this plastic housing. And there goes the screw. Yeah, so you can actually just pull on this and it gets loosened and this whole thing just comes out, as you can see. So two wires, green and a black. Black has a yellow stripe. So we're gonna pull. Alright, so I got the light assembly off. Just gotta pull both of the wires really hard and they come right out. So now the wire's just loose. Obviously you can also pull these components off because you're not gonna need them anymore. Definitely not gonna need this round piece, but we're gonna need this piece right here. So all we're gonna do is essentially attach this right into this hole here. We're gonna cut this off, and we're gonna cut this off, and then this is gonna go right in to replace it. So then this light is held nicely into the existing bracket right here, like that. So I mean, you can use a vise and hold this thing, or just use a blade and be careful and just cut it off. I'm gonna try to cut it off, see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. It is pretty hard plastic, so we'll see. Alright, so cutting this off is pretty easy. I'm just using a box cutter. I already cut most of it off right there, so I just kind of put it in there, keep cutting, put some pressure on it, and it comes right off. See, this thing is already almost off. I'm just gonna cut the last piece off here, and then I'm gonna try to cut this side right here, saw it up, put some pressure on it, and it should come right off. Alright, so got my piece cut on both sides. This side was real easy to cut just with a box cutter. This side, however, was very hard. So you can see it's a pretty thick plastic right there, that ring. You're gonna need a hacksaw and a vise. That's gonna be the best way to do it. Pretty difficult otherwise, but yeah, got them both cut. It's not that clean, but I don't really care. And yeah, so now what you need to do is take your light, and as you can see, you're gonna have to put this screw through that hole right there. But what I realized is that this hole is too small, so I'm gonna use a drill to make this hole a little bit bigger so then you can fit this in, because essentially it's gonna go like this. And then you're gonna take the bolt that came with the light, the LED blinker, on the other side here. So that's gonna secure your LED light to this clip. Then you're gonna basically take that entire clip and install it like that. And then screw that in, and you have your turn signal mounted to your bike. Alright, so to drill this, I'm gonna just screw it back in because it holds it in place nicely. And then I'm gonna just drill this hole, make it a little bit bigger. As I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna also have to drill this hole. Alright, so I drilled the hole, made it much bigger. That's the new hole. This is the current hole. On the other one I have, you could just visually tell it's definitely a difference in size. I'm gonna try it out, see if it fits. I do want it to be a little bit tight, so that's why I'm just kind of taking it slow, drilling a little bit and then checking if it fits. So obviously just grab your light, snake your wiring through the hole. And this bigger plastic side goes on the outside, so when you put it in, it goes like that. Alright, so let's snake it in. And I'm just gonna push it a little harder. There we go. There's a little tiny gap there, but I don't really mind it. Not a big deal. Alright, so the bike is on. Headlight's on right there. I have the left blinker activated. So now I'm just gonna touch the wires and see if it works. And it does work. And it is blinking. So that looks good. So before you put your light in and screw it into your bike, now you have this bracket on here, but obviously you need a bolt to hold this bracket tightly in place, otherwise your light can just kind of fall through. So you're going to take the bolt and the washer that came with it and put it through the wiring. So obviously just screw this on. Make sure it is nice and tight against that bracket, that makeshift bracket that we made. Basically did a surgery. Ow. Yeah, so I cut my thumb right there pretty deep. Can't really see it. It's pretty much almost healed, but still hurts. Had to get 3 stitches, so that sucked. Don't have full thumb power yet, but it's getting there. I could probably use a wrench to get this real tight, but I think it's tight enough. Obviously this isn't going to fall through now. This bracket is not sitting flush with this plate, so you're not going to be able to screw it in, and it's just going to be loose. So you have to drill this plastic out to make room for this bolt to fit and sit nicely in there. Now looking into the hole here, so what we're going to have to do is use our drill to get rid of some of this plastic, because that will not allow the new turn signals bracket and screw to fit. It's too small. So we're going to drill all that out, stick it in there. There we go, got a big old chunky monkey out of that now. And if you have any recommendations on a better tool to use that will make this easier, please let me know in the comments so other people that are doing this can have an easier time. Yeah, so this is what it looks like after tons of drilling. It's pretty messy in there, but you can tell this entire hole is kind of empty now. I'm sure you can clean it up as much as you want, drill a little bit more if you want, but I think this is good enough for me for now. It holds it in. It's almost as flush as it can be with this outside part. Take your LED light with the bracket, put it in, get it in there, and screw it in. Screwed in, looks pretty good. Now I'm going to just connect the wiring with the posi taps. Alright, so I got the posi taps onto the wiring from the bike, the hot wires, and now these are the wires from the red and the black are the wires from the new light. Now I cut off the ends because I need basically loose wiring to go into the posi taps. I'm going to strip the wiring on the ends of both so I can get it inside of the posi tap. There we go. Got two nice open pieces for the wiring. Now the red one goes with the green. So that's what it looks like. Screwed in. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to just connect the wiring with the posi taps. That's in. Give it a nice little tug. Make sure it's secure. It's secure. Let's make the black one go with the black. Give it a nice little tug. Make sure it's secure. Alright. Now the wiring is connected. Let's turn on the bike. Make sure it is working. It is blinking. However, I might have lost the blinking capability of the LED headlight because that is no longer blinking. I'm gonna turn the bike on for real to see if maybe that'll work at that point, but right now it looks like maybe there's just some connection issue or just some communication issue for the posi tap that's tapped in from the headlight into the turn signal. But so far looks pretty good. Alright, so the install is complete. Here's the final look. Very sleek, very low profile. Looks very nice. I'm very happy with how this looks. Let's turn it on real quick. So there is the right turn signal. It's pretty bright. And there is the left turn signal. So as I said before, something happened with the integration of blinking in the LED headlight. It still turns on yellow, but it doesn't blink anymore. It used to blink. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Not really sure what happened, but I like the way this looks for sure. It's very, very, very nice. Alright, now I'm gonna show you how it looks in the dark. Alright, so it's nighttime. Here's the bike in the dark. Looks beautiful. So you got the two turn signals right there on the left and the right. Look very sleek, very low profile. Let's turn the bike on. So that is the right turn signal. That is the left turn signal. Looks pretty good. Alright, here is the bike on the road. It's kind of hard to capture. This camera's not great at night, but that headlight is very, very bright. I mean, you can literally see the entire road. Tons of feet in front of you, no problem at all. You can see to the left, see to the right. I mean, I could probably angle the headlight up just a slightly bit to get more range for the light, but this is great. That's a high beam. Wow, high beam is like, you see everything out there. This is, I guess, typical LED headlight strength. It is great. You can see everything much better than stock for sure. That's a high beam. That's the low beam. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing some rides in the night so you guys can see it on the road. And yeah, I highly recommend this LED headlight. Let's do the turn signals. It's pretty good. And you don't lose any of the headlight, obviously, when you do the turn signals. That daytime running light is just that orange angel eye kind of thing. So, looks great. So, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like button. Give it a nice thumbs up. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!